In this video, I'm going to be explaining how West Ham United can beat six-time Europa League champions Sevilla in the round of 16 of the Europa League. I hope you're all watching. If you are, drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial. If you are new, check out our channel sponsors SRM Carver and Son by clicking the link in the description down below. So yeah, a little bit earlier on, West Ham United about 11:30 withdrew against Sevilla in the next round of the Europa League. Sevilla being six-time champions of the Europa League. They have won it more times than any other club in the whole entirety of the Europa League. It's going to be a tough challenge, but I believe we can do it. Positivity is what we need. Bring them on, because the harder they come, the harder they fall. We've got to get past these really, really good sides if we want to win a competition like this. So let's get into it then. Now, the whole reaction from the West Ham fan base was, they are the king of the Europa Leagues. They are first or second favourite in the bookies to win the tournament. They and it's almost people are like, wow, this is going to be a tough challenge. But you delve deeper into it, and there's a lot of Sevilla fans on Twitter, commenting on West Ham stuff, saying that we're probably the favourites, and Sevilla's sporting director, I think, on their website I said this is probably the tie of the round. David Moyes has said it's the tie of the round. It's going to be an occasion, that is for sure. But we can beat Sevilla. They've got so many injuries. They've got a few suspensions to key players. They've got doubts for players as well. And yes, I know that we are, I think it's 13 days or something like that away from the first leg in Seville. In Seville. But the way Sevilla fans are speaking at the moment is as if they're not in a good run of form. They're not playing well. They've got key players out, injured, suspended, so on and so forth. And I think it could be the best time to play them. And I've just got a good feeling. And of course, we play the away leg first, which I'm massively in favour of, because I think that if we can come away from Seville with at the least a draw, 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, or whatever, we take it back to the London Stadium, European night in the last 16. That place is going to be rocking, and even I'd be confident in us going back a goal down, because I think in that stadium, in our best, with that crowd rocking, it's going to be insane in there. And I think we can do it if needs be. We can score a couple goals to get through into the next round at the London Stadium. It will send shockwaves through if we could beat them, but of course this isn't just over 90 minutes. This is over 180 plus extra time plus penalties if needed. So it's definitely more of a marathon in football terms than it is a sprint. So how David Moyes would approach it, I'm not quite sure, but David Moyes has been quite vocal in his interview in his pre-match interview for the Wolves game, by saying, they're very good. This is the tie of the round, but we can beat them. And I think the team at the moment aren't on fantastic form, but on our day we can go and beat anybody in there, in that tie. But they've got plenty of players out Sevilla. They got Delaney and Acuna suspended. Potentially Anthony Martial and Eric Lamela could be out. And there's some really other key players that they could have out. And somebody's put a predicted potential lineup, if those players were out. They have got good players. They've got like Koundé in defence. They've got Rakitic in midfield, Corona up top. They have got some really good players, but if we put out a starting lineup that's strong, that's nearly as strong as it can be, I think on our day we can get past a side like Sevilla. But we'll have to wait and see. We can sit here and talk about Sevilla. We don't know too much about them. Hopefully on the channel we're going to have some Sevilla insight very, very soon. We don't know too much about them, so I think it's going to be a surprise to both sides when we turn up in Seville, just to see what happens. It's impossible to predict because, Sevilla don't look very confident. We're not on the best run of form at the moment. How's David Moyes going to approach the game? And now, for me, after the Wolves game, I think that really does depend on how David Moyes does go and approach the likes of the FA Cup on the Wednesday, and then in a couple of weeks this Europa League tie. Because if we do unfortunately lose on Sunday, I think we've got to go just straight to the Cups, because if we lose, I think our chance of getting any type of Europe is very, very slim if we beat Wolves, because that then only leaves Tottenham below us, and they've still got a couple of games in hand, and the teams above us will still have a couple of games in hand. I think it will be a very tough ask if Wolves beat us for us to get any sort of European football that's not the conference, so i.e. Europa League. I think it'll be tough for us to maintain and try and hold it out in there with the games in hand and how we're playing at the moment, but we've only lost 2 out of our last 10. That's a positive. We aren't losing games. We're drawing them. We should be picking up 3 points against the likes of Newcastle that we didn't do, but we are still picking up the point here and there. And if we can, if David Moyes can rejuvenate the players, if we can get back to the form we were, and it has been a long time since we've been on some really good form. We're talking November, start of December time. We played well against Watford and Palace at the start of the year and the end of last year. But apart from that, we have gone stale, but an occasion like this really could G the players up. I think this is a massive occasion in West Ham United's history of our football club, because if we go and however many fans we're going to take out, I don't know what allocation, but the stadium that this is being played in is where the Europa League final is being taken place, unless of course Sevilla get to the final. Then I'm sure they'll have to change it, because that wouldn't be fair for the other team in the final. But we could potentially be taking 2 trips to Seville for the Europa League, hopefully on the 10th of March, and hopefully in May for the final. If we do manage to get past Sevilla, then we've got the quarterfinal, semi-final, and then the final in sunny Seville in Spain. So there's still a long way to go if we want to get to the semi-final, final of this competition. But I do believe that an occasion like this could really get our players up, could get them back into some form, get Bowen on fire, get Mikel Antonio doing what he does best again, which we just haven't seen for a while. Get the players that are out of form back in form. This game could in March really favour the likes of Souček, because it might be, I don't know, it might be a slower pace than the contrast of the Premier League. It's going to be definitely a different sort of game to a Premier League game. Of course, the Spanish play more pretty football than what we do in the Premier League, but it would definitely be a good matchup, and I'm hoping for over the 2 legs for it to be a good matchup. And I can believe, you've got to believe, keep believing, keep the faith, and let's go out there and let's put ourselves on a good platform, ready to bring it back for the London Stadium, bring it back to the London Stadium for the week after. A good platform, and I think we win this and we're through to the next round. I really am confident. The injuries, the suspensions, the bad run of form that Sevilla are currently on, it all plays into all plays into our hands. Hopefully an informed West Ham United can get through to the next round. It's exciting times. It's been an exciting day to be a West Ham fan, as we have seen who we're facing in the Europa League. But attention now turns back to the Premier League as we take on Wolves on Sunday, and then the attention turns to the FA Cup on Wednesday when we make the trip down to Southampton for the FA Cup 5th round. I'm looking forward to that one. And of course, we're up at Anfield, West Ham official. We will be up at Anfield again on Saturday for our game against Liverpool. So plenty of stuff to come for West Ham, plenty of things to look forward to. The Premier League, FA Cup, Europa League. It's an exciting time to be a West Ham fan. And you wouldn't really think I'm saying that in the run of form we're on, but let's get back into some form. Let's get behind the boys and let's get ready and get back into some form for that crucial Europa League ties against Sevilla next month. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm buzzing. So thank you very much. That's it from me. We can beat Sevilla. This has been just my reaction a couple of hours after we received the news that we will be taking on Sevilla in the next round of the Europa League. Keep believing, keep the faith, keep watching West Ham Official. This is the place to be, right here. I will be back with the show tonight, and then I'll be back with the Wolves preview Saturday. Plenty of stuff, match day build up, all that stuff on Sunday. You know the drill. Match day vlog Wednesday, Saturday. You know the drill, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys, and we're all going on a European tour.